Everybody, we have important information for you today. First of all, this is a chat with Glendora, soul to soul. And the man walked into the restaurant and he said, "Is the chef in?" And the waitress said, "No, he went out to eat." A dog was asked, "Are you bilingual?" And the dog said what, Amy?
Woof, meow.
And let's see. Can you think of a good joke, Amy, to cheer the people up?
Chef in.
Yeah, we did that, honey.
One at a time.
Oh, yes. The woman bought a scale, one of these electronic scales, folks, and when you step on it, a man's voice will tell you how much you weigh. So she stepped on the scale, and the man's voice said, "Please, one at a time." What's the one after that, hon?
Paranoid.
Yeah, a man wanted to join Paranoids Anonymous. They wouldn't tell him where they held the meetings. And there was one above that one, 2 or 3 above that one that I can't remember. What was that? The one before the dog bilingual.
Army diet.
Amy, tell them. Folks, do you know what the army diet is? Tell them, Amy.
Everything you eat goes through the front.
There you are. Now, what is the purpose of a chat with Glendora? Soul to soul. Hard to figure, isn't it? Not really, folks. Very, very simple. We're just reminding all of us together that when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did we treat others. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And we want you and everybody you know, and all of us, to be the best people that we can be. And Mary Baker Eddy says, and Amy knows this perfectly. Go ahead, Amy, you tell them. Mary Baker Eddy is the founder and discoverer of Christian Science. And she says that Christian Science is the law of God, the law of good. She says that God is infinite love and completely good. And then what did she say, Amy?
A clear glimpse of this through prayer has the power to heal and transform anyone.
Oh, I love that. Say it again.
A clear glimpse of this through prayer has power to heal and transform anyone.
Jessica, get a clear glimpse of this. It has the power to heal and transform you to what you really are, Jessica, not to what the doctors say you are, to what you really are, a child of God. You're perfect in health. You're strong in health. Amy, would you read us those 2 Bible passages?
Romans 15:13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace."
Again, Amy.
May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace.
Jessica, may the God of hope fill you with all hope and peace. And what's the site on that? Where does it come from?
Romans 15:13.
One more time, please.
Romans 15:13.
One more time, the Bible passage.
Romans 15:13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace."
Then, thank you. What's the other one, hon?
Corinthians 4:16. So we do not love heart though our outer self is wasting away.
Oh, that's a target. Oh, that's right on the ball. Say it again, Amy.
So we do not lose heart. We do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away.
Can't you feel that? I feel it every minute, don't you, folks? Say it again, Amy.
So we do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away. Our inner self is being renewed day by day.
Thank you, Google. Isn't that great? Now, Amy, you have a vocabulary word in there, abstinent. The word abstinent. What does that mean, abstinent?
Discordant, contrary, unreasonable.
We don't want that. Out with it. Abstinent. What is it, Amy?
Discordant, contrary, or unreasonable.
We want the other. Then there's another vocabulary, isn't there?
Absorbed is buried or plunged in a thought or pursuit.
Again, Amy.
Buried or plunged in a thought or pursuit.
The pursuit that you and I, you people on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and the 76 TV stations that chat with Glendora across the pursuit that we are in is helping others. Love, happiness, cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. That's the pursuit that we are in. Oh, Amy did a great job. Is there anything else on those pages?
The hymn.
Oh, okay. This is one of the Thanksgiving hymns, folks. Come, ye thankful people, come, raise a song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in, ere the winter storms begin. God our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied. Come to God's own temple, come, raise the song of harvest home. You know it, don't you, folks? That God our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied. You know that, don't you? You know it, you know it. Glennie, what are you going to do Thanksgiving? April is coming back from Georgia, and she's going to work with me all of Thanksgiving week. And on Thanksgiving Day, Amy, we are going down south to Stony Brook. Isn't that where the nuclear reactor is, honey? Stony Brook? And
2 o'clock p.m., 78.3 degrees Fahrenheit.
And I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner there. That's Thanksgiving dinner for the 23rd. And on the week before the 23rd, on the 16th, I believe it is, we're going to have the Glendora Thanksgiving dinner. And we're having it a week before, so we won't have the confusion and the madness that goes on the commercial Thanksgiving dinner. And we're going to have vegan chicken patties and dressing, sage and parsley dressing, the old-fashioned kind, and mashed potatoes and turnip and squash and green peas and whole berry cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie and mince pie. And that will be down with April's auntie in Stony Brook, which is in Rockland County. Rockland County is right across the Hudson River from Westchester County. What else do you have in there to tell the people? You're going to read them the advertiser.
Yes. So the latest advertiser for October 19th says, Google says it's very difficult to keep up with the number of famous people becoming vegetarians.
Yeah.
Here are some of the long ago famous vegetarians: Pythagoras, Alexander of Egypt, Leonardo da Vinci, Saint Anthony, Gandhi, John Harvey Kellogg, Leo Tolstoy, Marie Shelley, Franz, George Bernard Shaw, Albert Schweitzer, and a billionaire with a long name I could not comprehend.
Can you spell it for me?
What, Charles Feeney?
Okay. I don't think I understood. Would you say you couldn't comprehend?
A billionaire with a long name I could not comprehend. That's how the article ends. Google Glendora Folsom Buell. Then it goes on to jokes.
Honey, do you think it was Elon Musk?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I want to talk to you, Elon Musk. I want to express my admiration and my respect for your attainments. I think they are phenomenal, and I think you should be very pleased with yourself. And I see the closeness of God in it. Mm-hmm. And Elon, I want to know if you'll take some of your great wealth and will you put the money into publicizing the videos that we have made of animals being tortured and slaughtered and prodded with electric prods and being scared and agonized. They shouldn't be, honey. They're sweet little animals, and they want a life, and they have a right to a life. They have every right that we have. They have. Please, will you take some of your money and make those videos public? And I'm sure that when people see what is going on, they will stop putting their money down on the supermarket cashier's shelf and pay for people to do that kind of thing. Did we get it across, honey? Did we get it across?
Yeah.
Okay, would you continue your article? Sorry, dear. Amy, you left off with a billionaire whose name you can't pronounce.
Yeah. Next are the jokes. A man went on a diet, eating only coconuts and bananas. He didn't lose any weight, but you ought to see him climb trees. Paul brags that her son is going to grow up to be a doctor. He is already collecting old magazines. The doctor said, you take one of those pills every day, you walk a mile every day, then you call me at the end of the month. At the end of the month, the patient said, hey doc, what do I do now? I'm out of pills and 30 miles from home.
I can see that happening. Keep going, sweet.
And that's it. That's all that's on the article.
Oh, that's all the jokes you have? Does it tell people to Google Glendora Folsom?
Google Glendora Folsom Buell.
How do you spell Folsom, honey?
Folsom.
Yes, and how am I trying to remind you to spell when you spell? You give a name, don't you, to make sure they have it right?
Frank.
F. Frank.
O. Oscar, I guess.
You don't need it for O. But you certainly need it for S. S is in Sam.
Yeah.
O. M is in
Mary.
That's good, honey. Thanks. And then doesn't it tell you to go to International Movie Database?
Yeah.
IMDb?
Yeah.
Anything else that we were going to tell them about? Yes, you have some happy happenings.
Okay,
Oh, Franklin Fuller Buell, my connubial bliss, my conjugal joy, my husband for 48 years, went to heaven on October the 18th, 2003. And his last words to me were, call my people. So the next day I started calling his people, and for an unknown reason, I kept tally. I started counting the people I was calling, and the next day I did the same. And for the past 20 years I've done the same. Amy, how many telephone calls has that been in the past 20 years, dear.
100,000?
Yeah. Would you believe that? 100,000 telephone calls. And that's only out calls. And it doesn't count wrong numbers. I want you to know that Grady Hearn was here with me, and he came up from Cheshire, Connecticut, Meriden, Connecticut, up around there, Woodbury, Washington, Newtown, up around that section of Connecticut. And he spent 3 hours with me, and he went through 9 boxes of electronic archives and electronic equipment, power strips, about 15 camcorders, connectors. And he did that in 3 hours, and he was so kind to do that. And he got home in 2 hours. He left at 3, he got home at 5. On his way up, he stopped and bought vegan hamburgers, $13 a piece, one for Amy, one for Madeline, one for Glenn, and one for Grady. $52, and he wouldn't let me pay for them. And then on his way back, he stopped at Newtown. Hello there, Newtown TV. Hello there, Franny. And he bought some food from the country India that was vegan. And he took it home and gave it to Charlotte and to his dog Penny. What else is on there? Happy happenings, hon?
Jennifer Yonkers, Time for New Rochelle.
Yes! Yes! The last renewal for Cablevision Altice is done for this year. The last renewal, you just can't imagine how much effort that takes and how much time it takes to get these nonsense renewals. And it was New Rochelle, Ossining, Yorktown, and one other. And thank you, Jennifer Yonkers, for getting that through. And thank you, Joyce and Madeline, for signing for it. Any other happy happenings, Amy?
Let me see.
God, our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied.
Olea to Columbia.
Excuse me, honey.
Olea to Columbia. Jennifer Olea to Columbia. Remember she went on vacation to Columbia?
Oh, yeah. Yes. She went, I asked her where she went on her vacation. She said South America. Wow. Where in South America? Colombia. Good for you. And that's our public access coordinator in Yonkers and quite a few other municipalities. Thank you, dear. All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
How many minutes have we done?
18 minutes so far.
Okay, so we have 3. Don't pay attention to evil. Don't hear it. Don't see it. Don't speak it. Don't think it. Put all of your time and all of your life and all of your thought and all of your intention on helping others, on loving, on kindness, on goodness, love, happy, cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. Evil is like the little boy who awoke in the middle of the night screaming and thrashing. The monsters, the monsters. His mother came into his bedroom. She turned on the light. There's no monsters. Well, they were here. No, they were not here. They were never here. You just thought they were here. And do what your conscience says. And don't do what your conscience says don't do. God, our Maker, doth supply for our wants to. No, God, our Maker, does provide for wants to be supplied. Thanksgiving for Glendora.
Aw.
Every hour. Bye-bye, everybody.
We still got 1 minute left.
Do I really?
Yeah.
That's sort of an anticlimax, Amy.
Well, we got a spay and neuter in Middletown, October 24th.
Yep, and that's today. And we're going to help those people as much as we can to stop this murdering of cats and dogs in animal shelters all over the country. It's coming up next, folks. Bye-bye. Amy, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, by the way, I found the email from Tara that you wanted me to look for.
Good. Bye-bye.
Aw.
Now, we don't have time to upload that, honey. So, would you put your hand over the lens and would you run about a minute of black, okay?
Okay.